mountains hear her name until the end of time.
You made it.
Of course, Newt. She was a dear friend.
Let's head up. My people will be glad you're here. Some may have questions about what happened.
I hope it's not why. I'm still struggling with that one myself.
Aren't we all? Perhaps that's the answer Bram left to seek.
He's not here?
No. He arranged this and then took to the mountains. The fire inside that boy. I almost feel sorry for any of Jormag's minions he comes across.
Sounds like he's working through it in true Bram fashion. Good.
Make yourself at home. Your Tribune friend certainly has. Now I'll leave you to it, Commander. Speak with whomever you wish, and celebrate. Or pay your respects privately. The spirit of air can be found in either.
About Air as a young Norn. Almost as soon as she could walk, she showed the instincts of a hunter. But it wasn't until she was as tall as a short bow that she met evil for the first time. She came upon Dragonspawn attacking a farm, killing an entire family. The daughter was one of Air's friends. All by herself, Air took down 3 of them. She saved an injured kid and even carried him back to Holbrook. That kid grew up to be a great skald. His name is Corvin, and his life testifies to Air's first legendary deed. History. Air had passed Longbow Height when she made her vow. One night, 100 Dragonspawn attacked Holbrook. Jormag's Icebrood were merciless. They brutally killed her friend Silas the Weaver, a crafter like Air herself. With Silas's blood still upon her, she swore to destroy the Icebrood and all the Elder Dragons.
Powerful.
About Air as a young Norn. Almost as soon as she could walk, she showed the instincts of a hunter. But it wasn't until she was as tall as a short bow that she met evil for the first time. She came upon Dragonspawn attacking a farm, killing an entire family. The daughter was one of Air's friends. All by herself, Air took down 3 of them. She saved an injured kid and even carried him back to Holbrook. That kid grew up to be a great skald. His name is Corvin, and his life testifies to Air's first legendary deed.
She had him dead to rights, and we all knew it. And what was he going to do? Beg? Plead? Wasn't his style. And Air wouldn't buy it anyway. So, he just jumped off the ledge. Well, she wouldn't give him the satisfaction of escape, even to his death. She shot him before he hit the ground. Damn, that Nord knew how to exact revenge.
That's
So
just
true.
like her. Thank you for that story, Tribune Brimstone.
I'm not sure why no one's ever made a tapestry of that moment. Oh, hey, good to see you, Commander.
You too. Spreading a little Air cheer?
Things were getting too serious. Just ensuring they remember the right Air.
Hey, you're that Redlock trombone, the Revenant, right?
Close enough. Now why don't you do Uncle Trombone a favor and buzz off?
But I want to hear about the Blood Legion.
Don't you think quietly weeping in the corner by yourself would be more fun than this?
Nah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Have you heard from Zojja or Logan? I was crossing my fingers they'd be well enough to make this.
Still both laid up on my last visit.
Too bad. Mordremoth's death came with a great toll, for sure.
You know, with those 2 out of the field, and Snaff and Air gone, and Kaith, well, there really is no Destiny's Edge anymore.
I'm sorry, Ritlock. I know how important it was to you.
But there's no sense in looking back. Maybe it's time to start again.
Another guild? Would Air want us to do that?
She wouldn't want us to get caught up in her death like she did with Snaff's. Regret gets you nowhere. And Tyria would probably sleep more soundly with the Dragon Slayer at the helm of a new guild.
We could do a lot of good. It didn't go perfectly, but the small group we had was pretty capable against Mordramoth. What would we call it?
Fate's Razor!
I will not be part of a guild called Fate's Razor.
What about Dragon's Watch?
Dragon's Watch. I like that.
Can I be in it?
No.
But I've got my Uncle Beamish's magical sword!
Not yet, kid.
Commander, come see this.
What's going on?
It's a sign.
That is a happy sight.
Rox! You... and Garm!
Commander, what are you doing here? What did I walk into?
A memorial for Air. You couldn't have brought a better gift.
Yeah. Nice work, soldier.
We're both tired and hungry. Wasn't expecting all this. Garm's hurt too. We should get him healing as soon as possible.
What can I do to help?
I'll send for a healer. In the meantime, there's plenty of food around.
I'll do it. Rox, you rest. Hungry, Garm?
Oh my.
I still can't believe it. How did you find Garm?
Tracked him from the crash site. Wasn't easy. The jungle's still crawling with Mordred. Some of them have come unhinged without their master's voice. Poor Garm followed Air's scent into the middle of it all. He was lucky to be alive. We both are.
Bram's gonna be so happy when he gets back.
He's not here?
No, he's in the mountains blowing off some steam.
Well, I'll stay with Garm and make sure he's okay. When he's ready, we can try to catch up with Bram.
I'm sure the cold air will do Garm some good after all that jungle heat.
Yeah, if I never see another pocket raptor as long as I live, I'll die happy.
Come on. Let's get to what we're here for.
Praise Wolf. And now, would anyone like to hear a tale of Air's Tanagan great deeds?
Your craftsmanship does Air honor. She was a great sculptor, drawing her inspiration and skill from Raven.
Who let that wolf in here? It smells awful.
That's Air's pet, Garm.
Oh my. I'm sorry. I mean, he's lovely. He must have heard me. Sorry, Garm.
Was it quick?
She died in battle. There was no prolonged suffering.
You can rest assured that your legend will be remembered.
Wolf chose Air at a young age. You honor her. This spirit recalls the importance of the pack, and you were part of hers.
Air had many of the qualities of Snow Leopard. Her stealth was renowned. You honor her well by carving this statue.
Greetings. They say you were there when Air met her end. What killed her?
It was a powerful dragon minion, one of Mordremoth's most dangerous. An abomination.
I heard it was the head of the Nightmare Court herself. Is that true?
She didn't deal the killing blow. That was a vicious jungle predator called a vine tooth.
Bear gives us our ferocity, and Air was loved by Bear. You do her honor and remind us of our gifts from all the spirits.
Everyone, lend us your ears. The one who killed Zaitan with Air's Tagokin would like to say a few words.
We've all lost people we loved. And the pain of that can be overwhelming. But we can't let that pain stop us from moving forward without them. Without her. Instead, we honor, celebrate her life. The gift that she was. Air is a part of me. A part of all of us. How do we thank the gods for that? By living the rest of our own lives larger. Better. Bolder. We love. We laugh. We defend our world. And we fight for what's right. We do what she would have done. Homesteaders. Hunters. Heroes all. To Air!
To
Air. The legend lives on. May we all carry her
To a
memory
great
Nicely
warrior
done.
and
To
friend.
Air.
spirits.
Goodbye, Air.
Commander, this just arrived for you.
Rest in peace. Her legend lives on. May the mountains hear her name, carry her memory until we join her and the great
Oh,
spirits.
thank you, spirits.
Looks like I'm off to Rotonovus. Ritlock, care to follow?
Sure, but I need to take care of something on the way. Or rather, tell someone I won't be taking care of something. Never mind. I'll meet you there.
Sure. Rox, Ritlock talked me into founding a new guild. It'd be great to have you. And pass the invitation on to
Spirits
Bram when
bless
you
this
see him.
endeavor.
Actually, don't. I'll do it in person. I don't want him to think we're merely replacing Destiny's Edge after his mother's death.
I get it. And I think he will too, when the time's right.
Never leave a wrong to ripen into evil.
Somewhere out there, someone has more information on Ventari. I will find it if it's the last thing I do.
Your quest is bold and important. I salute you. Live well.
I've watched visitors throw a wide assortment of items into those swirling mists. One Asura in particular must have tossed in over 24 exotic weapons.
Live well.
What do you mean by that?
We'll never
What's
get
your
rid
angle?
roots. These dust bunnies have no interest in gut-wrenching, mind-blowing war. The mists are too exclusive.
At ease. Her name is on the list. One second, please.
Security breach detected.
Gollum, what are you doing?
Responding with full force.
No, this is not happening.
You'll be feeling that one for days.
Hold! Cease! Desist!
Unidentified intruder does not fulfill height requirements. Prepare for termination.
Oh, my poor baby. It'll take me months to repair you now.
Timey, sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. All this crunchy old tech's been overstimulated by the influx of magic. Glad you're here.
Yeah, I got your letter.
Funny, I also sent one to this guy, but he barely made it.
Your note failed to mention how to navigate this Asuran playground.
He got lost trying to find the lab. I had to follow the non-stop stream of Char expletives to track him down.
City of the future, my tail.
It's good to see you. I was so happy when I saw your mission was a success. But then I heard about Marshal Traherne.
He saved us all. His sacrifice won't soon be forgotten.
But there's good news, too. Ritlock says we're starting a new guild. So exciting!
Glad you're on board.
Of course you are! Someone has to be the brains. Haha, kidding. In all seriousness, though, I suspect some of the things I'm working on in this place will come in very handy.
How have you been doing here?
Great, it's fantastic. Well, it was before every Asura and their grand mentor showed up.
At least you have a lot of hands to pitch in at the Dragon Lab.
What do you mean, Commander? I've never heard of this room you described. Keep it down about the Dragon Lab. I don't want anyone finding out about it. Especially...
Hello, progeny.
Counselor Flood, how lovely to see you. I'm so pleased you didn't end up on a Chalk's breakfast menu this morning.
You can stow the dim insults. They'll never be clever enough to wound me. Now, have there been any new developments today?
Why, none that I can think of.
Allow me to warn you about keeping secrets from me, progeny. My wrath is as fierce as my intellect.
Oh, that sounds terrifying. I wouldn't dream of hiding something from you, Counselor. I'm totally hiding something from him. Let's head there now, but not the way you know. We're going through the gate. I've configured it to appear as if we're going to the command center, but we're really going to you-know-where. Except there's a catch. You have to outsmart the security measures.
You're joking, right?
Not this time. Give it a shot and I'll observe. See if you can crack the code. I'll give you a hint. Do exactly as you're told.
Unidentified user. Security measures activated. Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Interact with the console.
Oh, must be love. More like marriage. Ow!
System reset. Enter passcode. Incorrect.
Yikes! What's causing that?
This place is an accident waiting to happen.
System reset. Enter passcode. Incorrect. System reset.
Somebody crackle the buckmo, please.
Sweetie, nobody knows what a buckmo is.
Enter passcode. Incorrect. System
Joe,
reset.
what is that?
I think it's your conscience.
Enter passcode. Incorrect.
Oops.
I am not
Easy there,
amused.
fellas.
Shut up.
Don't get burned.
Vacate these premises.
road, so I did it for you while you were busy. We shouldn't dilly-dally any longer. Let's go. Sorry to put you through that. I need to keep people who may or may not be named Flaunt out of here.
Now that the subterfuge is out of the way, can we get to what you called us here for?
Yes, this is a replica of the leyline energy map we found outside of Tarir. I've been tracking the movement of magic since Mordremoth's death. It's been in total chaotic flux. Here, there, everywhere. See, that dot is the egg chamber. It lit up like a Lunar New Year firework after the dragon went bye-bye. But as you can see here, the egg's doing great!
What are we looking at? A feed of the egg chamber.
Yeah, the Exalted and the Rada Novans shared a ton of information. They must have helped them design their security system.
And then you broke into it.
No, I utilized it to check on the egg.
So you broke into it?
Hey, we're all friends, right? I don't think they'd mind. Maybe just don't mention it around any floaty gold people.
Do you have access to surveillance all over Tarir?
Back to the leyline map. So this other point is... Huh, that's neat. The northern Bloodstone dot is flaring up. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
The spot where Mordremoth died looks like it's cooling down a little.
Yeah, a lot of that energy's been put back into the system. I'm trying to model its patterns, but this map isn't built for detailed readings. Yet. In the meantime, look at this.
What is it?
Not to toot my own warbler or anything, but I killed a chalk or two in my time alone here. Since the others don't know about this place, I couldn't ask to have defenses installed. So they pop up every once in a while when the lab's drawing a lot of power. Exactly! Get him!
The sound makes my teeth ache. You gotta stop eating cookies in your lab.
I think they smell the organ I harvested. Might be one of their kin.
Coming. It ain't nap time yet.
Exterminate! Don't worry about their goo. I'll clean that up later. Anyway, this thing is some sort of organ I found in one of the larger ones. It's part of their digestive system, and as you know, they feed on ley energy, so it got me curious.
Any valuable findings yet?
None I can explain right now. I ran some ley energy through it, and it came out different on the other side.
Different?
I'm not really sure how just yet. It was barely measurable with the equipment I have. I need to develop some other device to actually observe the phenomenon.
What's that sludge you're keeping it in?
Blighting pod fluid. Remember that stuff? It has wonderful preservative and even restorative properties.
Fluid. From the blighting pods. The things that made horrible Mordrim abominations out of corpses.
So you do remember it?
Taimi, do you think maybe that might be a bad idea?
You worry too much. In research, there's no reward without risk. And if I'm gonna stay one step ahead of everyone outside this lab, I have to take a lot of risks. But one thing I can't risk is staying away from the main lab too long. It arouses suspicion. Let's go.
I got your back. You first.
Tiny beating us to it, Lunge assures me he has her under his thumb. From what I hear, Tiny has an advantage. I'd excel if I had Zosha the mentor crew.
Did you see where Tiny and that odd crew of hers went?
They're hearing all of us about some group called the White Mantle. They're so short-sighted.
I didn't capture it all, but I got some of the data in their crew notes. There's another child here. That's multiple in one day. I'm going to sneak a look at Tiny equipment. Watch my back. Poor kid. Stuck out here without her golem? I don't know how she does it.
Tiny? Yeah, cute as a bug. If my son were here, I'd introduce them. Imagine the progeny.
That's the leader of the Vigil? Oh my, she's quite impressive.
Don't tell him, but I secretly call him Blunt, because he is. Tiny got a raw deal on that waypoint device.
I heard Zosha scrambled, drooling. Explains why Tiny is out here on her own.
Don't worry about Tiny beating us to it. Lunge assures me he has her under his thumb. From what I hear, Tiny has an advantage. I'd excel if I had Zosha the mentor crew.
Stand down. It's just Tiny's friends again.
I could outrun a centaur. General Soulkeeper, this is quite a surprise. What brings you to Rodonovus?
You do, Commander. I've come here to offer you a new position within the Pact. The Marshal rank is, vacant. And we want you to fill it.
This is an honor.
I'm glad you view it in that light. The Pact is hanging on by a thread.
I see.
I can tell you're having your doubts, so let me just be upfront about the role. Certain Pact elements feel like Marshal Traherne's mistake was going out into the field and getting himself killed. The new Marshal would be planted safely in an office in Lion's Arch, still leading the troops, but out of harm's way.
As flattered as I am by your offer, I'm going to have to respectfully decline, General. After the Mordremoth battle, I believe I, Ritlock, and the others would be more effective operating as our own guild.
I understand the decision on your early retirement, although I'm disappointed. I still believe in the Pact's goal.
I do too, and I'll always be ready to lend a hand. It'll just be outside the system.
Out from under a mountain of paperwork, you mean?
Laugh it up, No Eyes. I have something for you, too. A letter from the Black Citadel. You must have really brushed some higher-ups the wrong way.
Are you sure you want to just crumple that up and throw it away?
Why not? It's what I did with the last two.
What did I hear? You're not in the Pact anymore? Wait, what do I call you? Uba?
No. How about we just stick with Commander for now?
Technically, it's a title for life, so you're welcome to it.
Never capitulate!
What was that?
That didn't sound good.
Quick, let's go see what's happening.
Protect the counselors! Run! It's a crazy Silvari!
Please, get the dragon man away from me!
Is that another one of your friends?
What happened?
I came in through the caves because I couldn't find the gate. I wasn't expecting such an enthusiastic welcome.
Did you see that? Blood was so mad, even his fleas jumped ship. And now you're my hero.
Why the surprise visit?
I'm here answering the call.
But Mordremoth's dead. We killed—
Oh, it's not the Drungle Dragon's call. This time it's Anis's.
Still holds your billet, huh?
She does. But certain messy events have transpired, and I'm assured that if I clean them up, my billet will be released, and I'll once again be free from any yoke.
How can I help?
Minister Caudicus recently left the Queen's protective custody. Anis sent me and a squad of Shining Blade to help the good minister find his way back to Divinity's Reach.
Any idea on his whereabouts?
There's been a flare-up of White Mantle activity in northern Maguma, and intel points to him possibly heading there.
That's the crazy magical hotspot we saw up by the Bloodstone.
I thought the minister claimed to not be in bed with those Mersat lovers.
Didn't we all?
Ritlock, get word to the others. Marjorie might be getting a little restless in Divinity's Reach and want in on the action.
Commander, if you like, you can hitch a ride on my airship. It's on our way. We can drop you off.
Now that's an offer I can't turn down, General.
Perfect. I'll grab my Shining Blade detachment and meet you there.
Ever since that surge of magic, this place has been going bonky.
It's an anomaly. Novus seems to have grown more alert. Very recently.
Our ambient magic readings are high. It must be related.
You think it could be related to the death of the Elder Dragon?
We know little about the Novans, but we're extracting more and more each day. Follow me, please.
Let's get underway.
Commander's destination ahead. Looks like we're in for quite a ride.
We're not flying into that scramble, are we?
My gods, grow a backbone. Scared of a little weather? All hands, full reverse! On your feet. We survived. Somehow.
Ready for more.
Our forward propulsion shorted out. What was that?
I think... It's hard for me to actually say, but I think a Bloodstone just exploded.
A Bloodstone? Then how are we still alive?
Good question, but others might not have been so lucky. I'm going down to scout for survivors, see if I can piece together what happened and why the blast reversed itself.
Watch your back and let me know what you find out. We'll try to get this bird running again.
Canuck was supposed to meet me here. Hope he and his troops were out of range. Members of the Pact!
Bloodstones! Slit your throat!
Commander, are you still alive?
Gods have mercy. They've been consumed by Bloodstone magic. May Grenth guide them to the next world in peace. Tell me what happened to your squad.
Our platoon was on recon. We found something at the north edge of Verdant Brink, so we pitched camp. The plan was to scout the area at dawn, so we turned in for the night. Then everything went to torment in a town cart. There was an explosion, then screams. I grabbed my gear and ran out of the tent. Saw one of my men lit up like a winter's day bonfire. Sabbatha and her lackeys torched everything, laughing as they went. And then... blackness. I woke up with a splitting headache, caged like a dog. Kept my mouth shut, just watched them. After a few days, I told them I was ready to talk. Said I'd cooperate in exchange for the safety of my troops. Told them they could use me for hard labor or experimentation, didn't matter. I made my peace with Grenth. I was taken deeper inside, thrown in a pen with some others. They deprived us of food and water.
Hang in there, soldier.
Let their dogs snarl at our cages. At night, we heard the other prisoners begging for their lives before being cut open. The sky would light up and I would hear chanting. Over and over. I'm sorry, Commander. It stuck with me.
What are you doing here?
After you rescued me, I notified the Queen about Salvation Pass. Then I regrouped with my squad and chased some white Mantle here.
So you were here for the blast?
Craziest thing. It exploded, then imploded. Like when you're a kid and you dangle spit from your mouth, then suck it back in.
I never did that.
Sure, me neither. But you know what I mean. When the explosion reversed, it was like it pulled at my soul.
How have you been since Salvation Pass?
I've been thanking Dwayne you busted me out of that infernal place. If not for you, I'd be rotting in a ditch. Close my eyes at night. I can still hear the screams. Men, women, they spared no one.
Keep it together,
I lost count.
no worse than what
Anyway.
before.
You're kidding, right?
I made my way back to Falgear's camp and rejoined the squad. Saw the field medic and got checked out.
What are we going to do?
Then we sent word to Queen Jenna about everything. Gave her and the Shining Blade as much information as we could. The Pact offered to put me on leave, but I turned it down. No way I'm giving these murderers a break. So we pursued a lead on White Mantle movement and tracked the pigs up here. Look what they've done to the place. It's shameful.
No one trusts me anymore.
This ends here.
Don't get burned! A large chunk of the Bloodstone's still intact. And these foul things. This Bloodstone must have been larger than anyone imagined. What could have caused it to explode?
Fairly deadly blast.
The blast must have released the spirits of the victims sacrificed on the Bloodstone. Years of imprisonment twisted their minds. They don't know friend from foe. The White Mantle will pay for this. White Mantle. But they're different.
The magic is mine.
Be ready to run.
I've never seen an explosion collapse on itself like that. Magic was inches from my face, and then it suddenly shot into the ground. You think a dragon was responsible?
I'm not sure yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. I want to get into that crater and find out why the blast reversed, and where the magic went.
Easier said than done. The area is swarming with White Mantle. We sent a patrol, but only one soldier made it back, and she's,
I'm afraid to close my eyes.
What's wrong with her?
She was hit with magic unlike any we've seen. On the outside, she's fine, but it twisted her inside something fierce. She can barely move. She's been raving about floating purple stone monsters ever since she got back.
Stone creatures. That rings a white mantle bell. Can you reach the Priory and see what they know about them?
Sure thing, Commander.
Have you seen Canuck?
Who?
He's a Sylvari. Tough, but well-spoken. Medium build. A bit cranky.
Can't say that I have. But I did see Kaith run through here like a centaur on fire. She wouldn't stop for anything. Just hauled tail through the war zone and was gone like that.
Thank you. I'll let the General know you're down here.
Close my eyes out here.
Is it as bad as it looks down there?
It's not good. White Mantle hit in the blast are mad with hunger for magical energy. They gather any scrap they can find.
The White Mantle? Could they have done this? And to what end?
I don't know. Maybe it was an experiment gone wrong. Maybe it was supposed to empower all of them and it went awry.
Whoever it was, we owe them our gratitude. That blast would have hit Lion's Arch, and they just rebuilt the place.
I'd hold off on the thanks until we know what their motive is. There's a pack squad down there. They've already established a camp and are trying to get a foothold in the area.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, it's not all good news. Some other pack members were also caught in the blast.
Just what the pack didn't need. More dead soldiers.
They're not dead, but they've been twisted by Bloodstone magic, just like the White Mantle.
They don't deserve that. They deserve peace.
I understand. I'd want the same if the roles were reversed.
Thank you, Commander.
Continue investigation.